All right.
Let's jump into Indianapolis here. So we got, speaking of inventory, so we got 1,271 homes on the market. What does that mean? I mean, how relative is that? Well, it's up almost 8% from last month. So some of that could definitely be seasonality. Again, this is the peak of the market, but this is definitely something to keep an eye on. We talked about it again in the economic updates, but this is a storyline to watch. Is what is the inventory going to do? So 1,271 up 8%. Keep an eye on that for sure. Average rental price 1,768 down. I mean, it's basically unchanged month over month, but up 4% year over year, which is great news. If you do take a little peek at that peek into August, we pull these numbers really early, so it's probably a little too much or a little too early. But it's probably going to happen where the peak is probably going to be in July. It's where in a normal year, quote unquote, that's where we would see it. It looks like based on that might be the case this year as well. Days on the market, a little bit higher than what I would like to see, in all honesty, for the peak month, 47. It's a little bit higher. That really should, in theory, be like in the mid 20s, something like that at this time of the year. So a little stubbornly high on that. And look at that. It's up, 7% month over month. So not like crazy, nothing like Westfield, but, a little bit stubbornly high. Price per square foot, so we're at $1.12 price per square foot for single family homes. That is unchanged month over month. And then as we jump into these middle figures here, we have apartments and condos. There's 930 apartments and condos for sale. Sorry, not for sale, for rent, with an average rent of $1,228 for a average price per square foot of $1.49 for apartments and condos. Now, the other one there is townhomes, decent amount of townhomes, 134, and they come in real close to the single family home. So those are $1,700 a month is your average rental price, and days on the market also very similar, 51 days on the market. And actually, look at that price per square foot. I mean, it's almost right in line with single family homes, $1.14 in terms of price per square foot. Take a look at the three graphs down there. It's looking honestly relatively boring, I would say, in a good way. So that's kind of good news. I feel like I've said this a lot of times this year, but it looks like we're kind of getting back to normal, whatever that may be. But the graphs are looking a little bit more predictable. And if I'm an investor, I like predictable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So number of active homes up almost 8%. Some of that is going to be seasonality, like you said. Some of that, I believe, is bleed off from owners that can't sell their home. They're resorting to leasing their home, which probably speaks to when you have an increase in, although it's not a dramatic increase in supply, that's the only factor here I see that might interact with your average days on market. So
yep.
Aside from that, I do see in the bottom left-hand graph there, the single family homes, the light blue line looks like a really nice Lincoln sedan.
It does. You're right.
But
looks very aerodynamic.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But no, the graph obviously indicates rather a stable market peak in July. It's a very early sneak peek into August, yep, which really virtually means nothing. So if you're watching this, so it's way too early to know what's going to happen there. But July, it is going to start to flatten out, and I would expect it to slowly go down due to seasonality. But the number of homes hitting the market is going to be a major factor as we watch what happens in August and September.
Yeah. What's good, though, what I like about that graph there on the bottom left is the month over month for the entire year, 2025 is up over 2024. I mean, sometimes we see these graphs and they're up and down and up and down and up and down. This is consistent, and I love that. It's just so good. Yeah. It's so good to know that it's not all over the board. It's consistently over 2024, which is great news.
Yeah, all over the board is what we were used to as we were coming out of the pandemic. So
yeah. Yep.
All right, let's get into the sales data.
Let's jump into sales. This is also interesting time for sales. Like what's going on? Inventory's going up. I don't know. It's a weird time, but let's see. So average days on the market here, 33. That's really reasonable. That is down 5% month over month, almost 6% really. Month over month. This price per square foot, I looked this up. This is wrong. It's not wrong just the data is wrong. I mean, there's no way it went up 100%. It's just not right. So I looked at the underlying data. I actually pulled it again, and that is what comes out when you pull this report, but it's wrong. So we're going to just maybe skip over that this month. It'll affect this month, and then it'll affect next month's month over month numbers. So just, I don't know, put an asterisk by that one. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but that's the numbers out of my board were weird this month for some reason. So anyway, move past that. Average sales price, 255,700, up just ever so slightly month over month. But look at that, up almost 4% year over year. So I mean, again, just slow and steady. That's kind of the motto for Indiana and the Midwest in general, is slow and steady, and that's what we're continuing here. So that is really, really encouraging, despite all this doom and gloom and Chris's predictions that the sky is falling. Here we are with slow, steady growth.
Great time to negotiate.
But number of homes sold is down month over month and year over year, 4% and 5%. So if you look at that graph there on the left, it does show again the slow and steady. It's not way up, it's not way down, but it is just slowly continuing to go up, and that's why we love Indianapolis. It is not the Sun Belt where it's all over the place. It typically, this is why people love investing in the Midwest. People love investing in Indianapolis, is because it is slow and steady. That's what we see here.
Consistent returns in inflation related market, right? Everyone is talking about inflation. Your perfect hedges in real estate. And real estate seems to be pretty safe here in Indianapolis for the foreseeable future. So if you didn't catch our economic reports, you need to go back, take a look at it. Indianapolis is great. These numbers indicate that that's true. So yeah, this is good.
The other reason people love investing in Indianapolis area is this bottom right one, and that is just shows you how unbelievably affordable especially Indianapolis is. You're going to see as we get into some of these other ones, they're a little bit higher end of a market, quote unquote, for us anyway. But I mean, look at this, under 200,000. This is over the past year, but 30, I think it's kind of small, but 3,600, and then another 2,500 under 250. So I mean, look, you got 6,000 homes that sold under 250, which is unbelievable. Which is, if you listen to the economic update, new home buyers are not purchasing those as fast as they used to because they're delaying it because of prices, because of inventory, or because of interest rates, and just because of we're just becoming more of a renter nation. It's just the mentality is changing. So anyway, there's tons of inventory under 250. It's affordable. It's predictable. It's going up to the right. I mean, I don't know. Indy's a great market.
Yeah. And just to tie back in just for a few minutes, and I meant to do this when we were going over economic reports, when you highlighted the data point that your average home buyer now is 38. And that's me, right? I'm 38 years old. So that would be as if I can't imagine not being able to, I feel lucky not being able to purchase our first home when we did, right? And the financial reward we got out of that, and then put into this one, and the equity that we've been able to build. Now I'm 38. I mean, if I didn't have that net worth added at this point in my life, I can't imagine the difference.
Game changer.
It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. Yeah. So anyway, wanted to highlight how much that relates to myself.
For sure.
Being so young and vibrant, and
I mean, state champ at tennis, but
that's a good point. Dang it. Oh, I got that going for you. Okay. All right. Let's jump into some of these other markets and see what's going on.
Yep.